So when I showed up on Dave's doorstep, I was 16 years old, and I was somewhat of an anomaly. I had grown up on, my parents wouldn't let me, I had this little record player in my room and they wouldn't let me play their LPs. So I had my grandparents' 78s, and so I had the basic, I grew up on the basic record collection of the average Jewish New York communist in circa 1945. I had the Almanac Singers and the Red Army Chorus and the songs of the Spanish Civil War and Paul Robeson and Josh White, goddammit. I'm probably the youngest person on the planet who was a Woody Guthrie fan before I first heard Bob Dylan, and who was deeply into Josh White before I'd ever heard of Robert Johnson. And Josh White had fallen out of favor once people heard of Robert Johnson, which was really stupid because Josh White was one of the greatest goddamn guitar players in the history of the planet Earth. And Dave was very much in agreement with that point of view, though he had had his moments of having decided Josh was too slick and moved on. He recorded this one. This was Josh's big hit. And Dave in his... No, big hit. That was not a joke. It was a big hit. It was an actual big jukebox hit. And Dave, in his liner notes for this one, he says, the scat break, he says, I was playing in someplace and some big chalk blues critic roasted me for getting credit that belonged to Skip James. He said, hey, I never realized I was in competition with Skip James, but maybe they should give the credit to Cab Calloway, who I had never heard of until I read that liner notes, and then I got into Cab Calloway. I have to say, Dave's education, I came to Dave having heard Blind Willie McTell. I had not yet gotten into Bing Crosby. These are not jokes. Dave completely got me into Bing Crosby. He turned me on to Joe Stafford. He liked good singers. His position on Robert Johnson was Robert Johnson had not heard Billie Holiday. I had heard Billie Holiday. Why would I try to sing like I hadn't? But anyway, so my first book coming out of that was a biography of Josh White. Josh Jr., Donnie, taught me this great F7th chord for the guitarists in the room. Great F7th chord. Over here. F7th chord. Yeah, great F7th chord. Well, that little man walked up and down. I should say I'm from Cambridge, Massachusetts. The original version of this was called The Lay of the Lone Fishbowl and was written by 2 Harvard professors. The little man walked up and down. He found an eating place in town where he read the menu through and through to see what 15 cents could do. Well, one meatball, said he could afford just one meatball. That was really interesting. Well, I told the waiter near at hand about the simple dinner that he had planned. The guest was startled, one and all, to hear that waiter loudly call the one meatball. One meatball. Said this here gent wants one meatball. Now that little man felt ill at ease. He said, could I have some bread, sir, if you please? The waiter hollered down the hall, you get no bread with one meatball. One meatball. Said one meatball. Well, you get no bread with one meatball. da, oh da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee da, da da dee da da dee da. Now that little man felt very sad, 'cause one meatball was all he had. Now in his dreams he hears that call, you get no bread with one meatball. That's one meatball and no spaghetti. One meatball, that is all. You get no bread with one